Hi, welcome to Korean Learning Freak. I'm Maheshri. Now we're gonna learn part 2 of verb conjugation, which is past tense, how to conjugate verbs into past tense. We already covered present tense in previous lesson, and in next lessons we are gonna cover future tense and the three continuous tenses. So let's have a look at how to conjugate verbs into past tense. In a previous lesson, we already learned how to get verb stem from the dictionary form of verbs. If you don't have any idea about, please go to the previous lesson and check it. Now, to conjugate verbs into past tense, there are three simple rules as same as present tense. So these are the rules. If the verb stem's last vowel is a or o, it is followed by asoyo. For example, sada and oda are the verbs whose verb stem last vowel is a or o. Okay. Then second rule is if the verb stem last vowel is not a or o, it is followed by osoyo. Then and the only verb stem which is ha means hada verbs. Those verbs are followed by yosoyo. Example sarangada marada. Next, let us see these rules with simple examples. Now I am gonna use the same examples that I used in present tense, so you may relate the both and can easily get the difference and can learn easily. So first, let's see the verb stems ending with a. First example is ka-da. The verb stem is ka plus asoyo. It is not ka-soyo, it's just kasoyo. So kasoyo is went. I went, you went, she went, they went, like that. Next, chada, to sleep. Cha plus asoyo is chasoyo. The cha is verb stem here. Chasoyo is I slept, like that. Tatta, to close. Tat plus asoyo. Tadasoyo. Chatta. Chat plus asoyo. Chajasoyo. Now gonna learn verb stem that ending with o. Poda, to see. Po plus asoyo. Here in the verb stem po, the vowel is o, and then asoyo it is a. So the o plus a combines and becomes pa, pasoyo. As you learn, as you're familiar with the verb conjugation of present tense, you may felt these are very easy and you can understand easily. So I am just explaining very briefly. Oda, to come. O plus asoyo becomes wasoyo. And then nulda, nurasoyo. Right? Uh, am I clear? Chutta, to like. Chua, cho plus asoyo. Chuasoyo. Then verb stem not followed by r o. Verb stem end with o. Mokta. Mok plus osoyo. Mogosoyo. I ate. Potta, to undress. Pot plus osoyo. Poshosoyo. Verb stems ending with e. Here I am using the remaining verbs. So if the verb stem last vowel is not r o, if it's not r o, it should be o, e, like that. So I'm explaining every vowel, every remaining vowel other than r o. Sinda, sin plus osoyo, shinosoyo. Ilda, to read. Il plus osoyo, ilgosoyo. Here, do you have any doubts with present pronunciation? Just go to the previous lessons how to read and write Korean. So in that lesson you have a component cluster in the bachim position in this ilgo soyo. In if it is a simple in il-da, the ka is silent. It just il-da. So il plus osoyo. In the component cluster, in the consonant cluster, the first consonant is sounds as bachim position, and the next one in the consonant cluster is combined with the next vowel of the next block consonant, that is o, and then read as ilgo soyo. I'm explaining briefly. If you still want to learn perfectly, then go to the previous lessons, please. Igida, to win. Igyo soyo. E plus o becomes igyo soyo, right? E plus o, yo. E plus yos, igios, yos. Kida-ri-da, to wait. Kidari plus osoyo. Ri plus o, ryo. Kida-ryo-soyo. Then verb stem ending with u, it is chuda, to give. Chuda plus osoyo becomes chwasoyo. U plus o becomes wo, chwo, right? Chwasoyo. Ulda, to cry. Ul plus osoyo becomes urosoyo. Verb stem ending with u, suda, to write. Su plus osoyo becomes, here u plus o becomes o, so soyo. These are just same as the present tense conjugation, just there is ayo becomes asoyo, woyo becomes wosoyo, and yoyo becomes yosoyo. That's the only difference in present tense and past tense. So kuda, pig. Ku plus osoyo, kosoyo, right? Then let's have a look at hada verbs. A plus yot becomes yes. Sorry. A plus yos becomes yes. Ha plus yosoyo becomes hesoyo. Hada. Ha plus yosoyo becomes hesoyo. Not hayoyo, right? Hayosoyo. Kumbu hada, to study. It is kumbu ha plus yosoyo becomes kumbu hesoyo. In present tense it becomes heyo. In the past tense it becomes hesoyo. Marada, maresoyo. Yonsup hada, yonsup hesoyo. So now we are covered past tense, but for ease of understand, let's just see the verb stem and the present tense and the past tense. Now you can easily differentiate between these, right? Khada becomes kayo in present tense and kasoyo in past tense. Chada, chayo in present tense and chasoyo in past tense. Tatta, tadayo, tadasoyo. Chatta, chajayo, chajasoyo. Puda, pwayo. Now you can guess the past tense here with me. Pwayo becomes pasoyo. Uda, wayo becomes wasoyo. Nulda, nurayo becomes nurasoyo. Chutta, chuayo becomes chuasoyo, right? Then mogda, mogoyo becomes mogosoyo. Mogoyo is eat and mogosoyo is ate. Potta, posoyo, poshosoyo. Shinda, shinoyo, shinosoyo. Ilda, ilgoyo, ilgosoyo. Igida, igyoyo, igyosoyo. Kidarida, kidaryoyo, kidaryosoyo. Chuda, choyo, chosoyo. Ulda, uroyo, urosoyo. I cried. Suda, soyo, sosoyo. Kuda, sorry, it's a mistake. Kuda, koyo, kosoyo. Now let's see hada verbs. Hada becomes heyo in present tense and hessoyo in past tense. Kombu hada, kumbu heyo, kumbu hessoyo. Marada, marheyo, marhessoyo. Yonsup hada, yonsup heyo, yonsup hessoyo. I practice, I practiced. Let's see some more examples with the past tense. Chapta, to catch, becomes chabayo in present tense and chabassoyo in past tense. Palda, the verb stem is pal, to sell. Parayo becomes parayo in present tense and parassoyo in past tense. Moshitha, moshissoyo, moshisossoyo. You was cool. You're cool. Got the difference? And then isangada, to be strange. Isangheyo, isanghessoyo. Then there are some irregular verbs which does not follow these rules. We are gonna learn these in next lessons, and there are some expectations in those irregularities too. And in next lesson I'm gonna cover future tense and gonna give some talkative lessons about these present tense and past tense with some more sample sentences. So please wait for my next lesson and hope you enjoyed this lesson. And please subscribe my channel Korean Learning Freak and keep learning Korean. 화이팅!